my channel, Master Self-Love. Today, I am having a bad hair day, and these lashes were a trip to get on. Okay? I know I don't have to do all this, but I do it because I want to look good in the camera. Okay? So anyway, welcome back to my channel, Master Self-Love. If this is your first time here, welcome. Okay, I have been doing a series on how to love yourself, and it is a 10-part series. And so far, we have done 1 through 5, and today we are going to talk about series 6, which is carriage. But today, I'm going to go over past series. If you have not been keeping up, you can always go back and review the videos. So we have already talked about self-awareness, affirmations, self-consciousness, and we've also talked about speaking less criticism of ourselves. So it is very important not to criticize ourselves, because what we're doing here is we're trying to take our lives and our thinking process from a negative base to a positive base. And for some of us, that takes work, because not all of us grew up in a white picket fence, happy family. You know, all of us didn't grow up in that, and some of us grew up in such a negative atmosphere and upbringing that we have to do some work on ourselves to actually find our happiness. And my goal is to show you and to encourage you that you can find that happiness within yourself. Sometimes we go outside of ourselves. We look for happiness in other people, in a relationship. You believe it or not, some people get their hair and nails done to feel good about themselves, in the sense kind of to find happiness, and that brings them joy, and that's all fine and good. But I am working on, stop saying the word okay, work with me here. I am working on these videos and speaking more fluently. At any rate, yes, so we have to find the happiness within ourselves. And so today I want to continue on with the series, how to love yourself, how to love ourselves. It is so important for the happiness of our being. And I found that looking in the mirror, and this was quite a job. It sounds so easy to do, to go to the mirror, look yourself in the eyes, and say, hey girl, I love you. I'm going to do all that I can to make you happy. I am so sorry if I've mistreated you. I'm sorry, but it was the only way that I knew how to live. But today, I'm going to do better. I'm going to treat you better. You know why? Because you are a child of God. God doesn't make any junk. And He has put all of this beauty in. You know, when you look at the world and see all of the beauty, the birds, the bees, the trees, the grass, the blue water, the dirty water, everything, God put this here for us to enjoy it. You know, and the sad part is some people never get to enjoy it, because some people live in their pain. And most of the time, our pain comes from our childhood. Most of our pain comes from our childhood. I'm not even going to edit this video. I'm going to make some mistakes, but just like I said, work with me. Most of our pain comes from our childhood. A lot of people have been raped, molested, left homeless, so many things. I'm sure you all have heard so many stories from different celebrities that tell you how they started, where they started at from childhood, and how it has affected their life. But look at them now. You know, they have overcome a lot. And so anyway, I'm here today because I want to help you overcome. I want to help you to heal. I always tell people, you know, I didn't come from a good background. So, and I couldn't afford to go lay on somebody's sofa and tell them all my problems. So you know who helped me? Dr. Phil. When Dr. Phil came out, and Oprah, when Oprah helped Dr. Phil put that show on air, I was tuned in big time, okay? I was one of those people that had the courage, and this is what this series is about. You have to have the courage to look within yourself, go back to where you came from, and see where all the pain started from, and then maneuver around that to heal yourself. I actually healed myself. It's something that I work on every day, and it takes a lot of courage to do that, and I am proud of myself for that. I noticed with some people, because I talk to people, I have talked to people, I'm in my 50s, so I've talked to people over the years, and some people do not want to look at themselves. They do not want to dig deep inside because it may be too hurtful for them. I don't know, because I've never been that type. I've always wanted to know why and how can I make it better? How can I make my life better? Why is this person's life better than mine? Why do they have this? Why don't I have this? You know what I mean? Some people go through that, and I'm not afraid to admit it. I have gone through that. And so it takes a lot of courage. Courage does not mean that you have no fear. But sometimes you have to overcome the fear to heal. Not most of the time, all of the time. You have to overcome the fear, the pain. You have to be willing to look back in that dark place in order to heal. So today is all about courage, and I pray that you will have the courage, and that you have the courage to go look in that mirror and say, hey, this wasn't my fault. This is what I was born into. I didn't ask to come here. I didn't ask to be born into this, but this was the hand that was dealt to me. And actually, I'm grown now, and so I have all the power within me to fix my life. Okay? You have the power to fix your life. And all it takes is a little courage to dig deep inside and face the fact that you are not perfect. Face the fact that you have some work to do on yourself. I wish I could just tell you how, when I did the work on myself, how refreshing it was, and how is the word revelating? Is that a word, revelating? It was so eye-opening and so relieving to know myself, and to know that, hey, I was born into this. It was so many things that I didn't know. I had to learn myself. I'm going to tell you this. It's little things when you don't have a parent to show you different things. You have to learn how to say and do. I remember one time when people used to pass away and die, and then you see their family, like, nobody ever taught me to say, oh, I'm sending my condolences, or it's little stuff like that in your upbringing, or in my upbringing, that I missed. You know, it's other little things, little sayings that I was not taught how to respond to certain situations, because I didn't have a mother to raise me after a certain age. And my dad, again, he was an alcoholic, and his wife was. So it's amazing when you do the work on yourself, how you will grow and how you will get to learn who you are. And also, We have to forgive our parents, or we have to forgive the people that raised us, because you know that saying that goes, hurt people hurt people. It is true. And sometimes your parents don't know how to give you love because they don't know how to, what am I trying to say? They weren't given love, so they don't know how to give love. Okay? And that is a very sad thing, but it's life. You know, it's life. Like I said, all of us were not born into good situations. So I just want you all to have the courage to love yourself. You deserve to love yourself, and you deserve to be able to pass that love on to your children and your grandchildren, you know, but it takes work. It really does take work. Courage helps us to face our fears, and I want you to get some courage and to face your fears. You only live once, and you might as well make a good go at it. We are all going to be hurt in life. We are all going to be let down at some point in our lives. And sometimes you can't keep pointing the finger at the world and other people. If you keep attracting a certain kind of person in your life, you keep attracting the same kind of friendships, it's time to take a look at yourself and see what can you do to improve yourself to attract better. I know I did that for myself, and I started believing more in myself and believing more that God wanted me to prosper, and God wanted me to have all the abundance in the world that other people had. And you can have that too. It is so true that we must look within ourselves, look into our souls and our heart, because I know everybody wants the best out of life. And that means different things for different people. So whatever it means to you, you go get it. You know, if you keep attracting the same kind of men, it's something about you that's attracting them. So whether it be good or bad, if it's bad, if you keep finding yourself in bad situations, then do some work on yourself. See what it is about yourself. If you keep attracting bad relationships, friendships, whatever, do some work on yourself. I mean, you know, it really works wonders. It really does. None of us are perfect. God made none of us perfect. We were perfectly made by God, but none of us are perfect. And I hope that you can understand that. We were perfectly made by God, but none of us are perfect. And I hope that you understand that. And I hope that helps you to realize that, hey, you are human and things are going to happen, you know. And if it keeps happening over and over, that is God testing you, wanting you to do better for yourself. Don't blame other people. Look within yourself. Have the courage. The courage. Look that word up if you don't know what it means. The courage to look inside of yourself and face you. Look in the mirror and face you, who you are. You're imperfect, and that is perfectly fine. We're all imperfect. But it takes courage and a strong person to say, hey, you know what? I want to live better. I want to attract more abundance and prosperity. You know, I don't want people to use me. I don't want to feel used. I don't want to use people. I want I don't want to use the word normal, because I mean, what is really normal? You know, I want to live in abundance and prosperity. I want to say good affirmations every day. I want to talk positive. I don't want to speak negative of myself. I don't want to speak negative of other people. I want to live in that positive energy as much as I can. Because you're not going to be able to live in it at all times. Because there are going to be negative people, negative energy around you that you are going to have to learn how to dismiss it. Dismiss those people. Treat them with a long-handled spoon. Even if it's family. You have to limit the time that you spend with them if their energy is negative. Again, we're going for positive. Positive energy, positive life, positive vibes. Yes. Go get you some. Thanks for watching this video. If this video helped you, please hit the thumbs up button and please subscribe. I do not have my bell to hit the notification bell, but you know what it is. Hit that bell so that you will be notified of all the videos that I upload. Thank you so much for hanging in there with me. You know, I'm all new to this YouTube thing, and I'm actually still learning how to be in front of the camera and to speak fluently and properly. And yes, that is hard work, but